the war.
Now, did that surprise you?
However, he continues to keep his Uzi and his rosary beads underneath his seat. It did surprise us, although Powell, I think, has become a little bit neo-isolationist.
Neo-isolation?
Yes, and he wants to make sure that what we do overseas is totally in the vital national interest of the nation. And he's got a point.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in this particular context, but he had very good arguments. And it remains to be seen what the aftermath will bring. Although so far, so good.
Yeah. So you think...
So far, very good. We all gave him an A+ on last week's show.
Now, you make a lot of predictions on this show. Now,
well, we have other panelists, too. You want to hear about them?
Well, let's see. You have Shields. Shields is from...
No, Shields doesn't do the show. He used to do the show, but he's migrated. But we have Jack Jamon. Jack Jamon is kind of a rogue journalist. He's kind of a grumpy liberal.
Grumpy liberal?
We call him the mother of all grumps. And Jack gets more grumpy the more successful the Republicans are. And he also gets grumpy when he loses at the racetrack, and he keeps a racing form underneath his seat.
We may have to have him on as a rebuttal.
Then we have Fred Barnes, who's kind of a cocky yuppie.
Right, cocky yuppie.
And he's to the left of Pat Buchanan, but he's to the right of everybody else. And Fred Barnes keeps tooth whitener and a voodoo doll of Eleanor Clift underneath his seat because Eleanor Clift does the show, and she's quite far left.
Do you ever get Christmas cards from these people at the holiday time?
No, we don't exchange Christmas cards.
No, really?
We exchange dirty looks.
I'm surprised. Well, let's talk about some of the predictions now.
Okay.
Now, have you been right on most of these, would you say?
Absolutely.
Gee, I'm shocked by your answer. Now,
well, I called, I called the exact date of the ending of the war 1 month before it ended.
No, wait a minute. Now, didn't I watch the show at one point?
I played the videotape last week.
Yeah, well,
I rubbed their noses in it.
But didn't you one time say there wouldn't be a ground war? Didn't I hear you say that?
I said I thought there would be a deal, and I think any rational person would have said that. But Saddam Hussein...
We're not dealing with rational people now.
That's correct. Saddam Hussein, sadly insane.
Yeah.
Right?
So you were right, even though you predicted the other thing.
Well, not all the predictions are correct.
No. Well, let me ask you...
But I predicted that Benson would be the running mate of Michael Dukakis. I predicted that Pierre Trudeau would resign. I predicted that General Haig would resign. I predicted from the very beginning that George Bush would get the nomination and win the presidency.
Well, how about...
And I don't like to predict too much with too much accuracy because it gets very discouraging for the other panelists.
Well, how about 92? What do you think is going to happen with the Democrats?
I don't know. There's been no sightings of the Democrats lately. They're nowhere to be found.
Well, McGovern says...
on the horizon.
McGovern says he...
I mean, here we are less than a year from Iowa, Jay.
Yeah.
And there's no one around.
Well, who do you predict? Let's see. Come on.
Well, I'm hearing that Gephardt has been hearing Hail to the Chief in the middle of the night.
Oh, the Hundu guy. They call him the Hundu guy, yeah.
That Gephardt will run, but the true sign will be whether or not his eyebrows darken. Because of his eyebrows darken, that will be like the gray smoke coming up from the Vatican, and we will have a candidate.
I see.
We also have Sam Nunn, who has those urges to run.
Yeah, but he got hurt, didn't he?
He got hurt badly.
He got hurt bad.
But shifting his positions a little bit too much. George Mitchell, who is the majority speaker of the United States Senate. George Mitchell is supposed to be interested in running, but he's got to get smaller glasses. He looks too much like Jesse Raphael.
That can hurt you when you're running for president, looking like Sally Jesse Raphael. Yeah.
You want to hear the rest of the list?
Well, we got
Mario.
No.
Mario, the Hamlet of Albany.
Well, always a bridesmaid.
Few New Yorkers out there.
Yeah, but he's been too much. Isn't that true?
Well, the problem, because he's got these enormous financial problems in New York, these huge deficits. But in addition to that, the Republicans have a tape of him saying in November that if we just give a little piece of Kuwait to Saddam Hussein, that will resolve the whole matter.
Ooh, that's nice. Ooh.
But the fact remains, he's a very formidable. He's the best interview I've ever... Have you ever had him on this show?
No, he never... We don't get too many political people on the show because these darkened eyebrows and all the other things. So much work goes into it. Let me ask you one of...
Benson, I thought and I predicted he would run. Now I'm hearing he's not going to run, and that creates great generational problems for people like myself. I mean, we had hoped from a generational point of view that Lloyd would be out there carrying the banner,
torch,
right?
With maybe Fred as VP. I'll be right there. Oh, I will be right back right after this.
A night for Excedrin PM.
This was no day to be me.
It's mine!
Someone had to tell you.
Termites. They said those spouses so.
So I can't sleep and my head aches.
You want more than just a pain reliever. You want Excedrin PM, strong aspirin-free headache medicine plus a gentle second ingredient to help you sleep through the night for a fresh start tomorrow. Excedrin PM, headache medicine, and it helps you sleep.
Lately, at more and more homes across the country, you'll find John Deere lawnmowers. Perhaps it's because our mowers are built to handle any kind of terrain, or because homeowners give John Deere products the highest marks in consumer tests, or that they have the best resale value in the industry. Or it may simply be that more and more homeowners just like having the nicest looking lawn in the neighborhood.
They never left the house at any time.
A bombshell confession from the ex-wife of the former cop suspected in the murder of a young couple on Lover's Lane.
I lied for my own protection.
After 20 years, Frank Gilly is now indicted, and the woman who could have saved him tells all.
I don't know where anyone was that night.
The alibi.
A Current Affair, Wednesday at 6:30 on KNTU TV Channel 25.
Teresa Vázquez is pregnant and afraid, and she isn't going to see a doctor until she absolutely has to. She has a million reasons why she won't. But Teresa is wrong, because there is financial help, information, people who care, things she needs to know. And all she has to do is call. Teresa, now is the time to baby your baby.
Okay. Well, I want to thank my guest, Michael J. Fox. His new movie, The Hard Way, opens this week. Raven Simone, who's probably in bed by now. Thank her very much. Vince Gill, this is the new CD, Pocket Full of Gold, just released today. Now, John, let me ask you now, since you've become very popular, they're parodying you on Saturday Night Live.
Right.
I see Dana doing you. What do you think of that?
Showing me that disrespect. Dana Carvey, a talented twerp if there ever was one. The best thing that they produce is some great nicknames. See, I have a tendency to indulge in nicknames myself, and I've got Jackarino for Jack Germond, Jackarino, Jack Germondo. For Buchanan, it's Patty Buke Buke. And for Morton, it's Mort Teeny Tiny Tabletop.
Hey, you know, you do a very good John McLaughlin. Hey, see you next week, folks. Johnny will be back tomorrow night.